Music is Real Talk.
Yo, what's happening, everybody?
What's going on?
It's your boy Mari Bash One, and we're here on another special episode of Seattle Music is Real Talk. I got Mr. Benjamin with me this time, and right now I want to introduce OG Mambo. What's happening?
What's going on? I appreciate you guys having me, man.
Yes, sir.
Today on this episode, we're going to go through the whole shebang and talk about everything OG Mambo. So introduce yourself to our people.
Man, OG Mambo, live and direct, man. Born in Zimbabwe, raised in the upper left, man. North Seattle, Lake City. Everyone knows what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But
So you from Zimbabwe?
Yeah, I was born in Zimbabwe, man. I moved out here in 94.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, man, make sure ice don't get on you, man.
Cut that.
You know, ice out here acting weird.
Yeah, no, we got all the
goofy,
paperwork
stupid.
situated,
Oh,
man. to
okay,
make sure
man.
that we on
You know that was just we just cracking jokes.
No,
man.
I hear you.
Cracking jokes, cause man, you hear about how they're the TSA right now, they're not getting paid. So they're short staffed at all it's about 8 airports across the country.
I saw that. I saw that. It came across my timeline.
So now they got ICE in there assisting them because they're short on staff.
Yeah, which is interesting because there's a lot of departments they could call to assist them.
But
There's
they call
National
ICE.
Guards.
They call ICE.
Man.
But did you see they had the Atlanta airport was shut down for like 5 hours?
Yeah, no, it was. But I actually just had some people who just touched down like 2-3 hours ago from Atlanta. So
how long was they in the airport for?
To get you a real number, I got to ask them. But what I do know is there was a long delay, like a long line. But they made it through and made it to their gate and got there. But they just had to be early. You know?
Yeah, because I was seeing ICE was checking everybody, and then people was getting nervous.
Yeah, man. I mean, the time that we in right now, it's wild, man. The things that you can see. I knew it was crazy once I saw certain demographics getting attacked and shot at and killed. That's when I knew. Oh yeah, when it's us, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, standard business.
But when it's the other color,
when it's the other folks,
yeah,
I said, and the women at that, I said, oh
serious.
yeah,
it's getting serious.
Yeah, them boys is not playing.
ICE don't see no color.
No color, no race, no sexual orientation. It don't matter. They on that with you, man. So yeah.
We're living in a time right now, man, that I never thought we would see ever.
Yeah, you ain't lying, man.
Because this is like the time we're living in history. We're living in history that they're going to talk about 20, 30, 40 years from now.
For sure.
They're going to be talking about the Trump presidency era.
For sure.
And we're living in it.
Just all this in general. Like the timeline that we grew up in and things like that. We got to see outside life turn into internet life. Turn into made-up life. Turn into, like, I still remember it used to be, I pedaled my bike over, hey, Miss So-and-so, they just left? Which way they went? They went up the road this way? Okay, they probably at the park. And then you ride your bike to try and catch the home.
Nowadays, that's null and void.
Oh, man.
Folks don't even
know. They got the homies got their location.
No.
On the map, you can just check the map and be like, they right there. I can watch them real.
This generation don't even come out the room.
That's real too. They link it online. They say
everything's online on the computer in the video game.
I'm telling you, man.
They don't even know about getting out riding a bike or walking up the street, man.
But the benefit of being the age bracket right in that kind of middle child era is I also understand how cool it is to be on a little online chat when it was early coming off the ground. When I graduated high school was the same time that people first had iPhones in their pocket. You know what I mean? I remember
the iPhone 1.
iPhone 1 dropped like 2008? I was like a sophomore. I remember the seniors in high school. There was this one cat.
2G.
The homie Mickey Crudo, man. He was the varsity captain of the soccer team, bruh. We used to train all the time. I remember his parents blessed him with an iPhone. I said, damn, you can listen to music and call people from the same joint? I'm over here with the BlackBerry and the iPod still out here thugging, you know what I'm saying? So I got to see the transition.
Legendary.
You see the transition from outside to inside life. So it's a balance of going outside when you need to be, but also being inside and utilizing the marketing tools that's available. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad I grew up in the era of going outside because the internet to me didn't really get popping until maybe like 2008,
Yeah.
but it was slow still.
Yeah, like 2012 is when it really caught some motion. Like,
Nah, you guys are forgetting. They had Black Planet.
Right,
Well,
right,
that's
right.
beyond me.
That's way before y'all time.
That's I remember
Facebook,
AOL.
They had Facebook,
MySpace, but like those
MySpace.
eras, it wasn't like
You still had to dial on to the internet.
You had to get into it. Like right now, social media, like it's in our pocket right now.
Now that's real.
That's like 2012
real.
is when it was like it was in your pocket.
That's
Like
real.
I remember on my phone plan, my pops used to get hot if I would go on the internet.
Because you had
know
to pay
what I'm
for
saying?
it.
If I went on Facebook, like it was like an extra. You'd be like, bro, how I got extra $69.99 charged or $18 off the bill?
Look, I've been there.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was a $27 out of nowhere, but you was on the internet. Like it was a certain time. It was after 8 p.m. You had to get on there. So like it was always present.
I'm gonna have
feel
to
me?
put my glasses on because I see y'all.
You said,
Y'all got y'all
right.
How do you feel about the new robots that's available to everybody?
I'm not with none of that.
Terminator's coming back.
iRobot's real.
Anything that they put in a movie and it went left, I'm not with none of it. I'm not with none of it.
It's becoming a reality though now.
And I don't understand how people is excited what they got, what they turned up for. It's beyond me, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That shit, it throws me every time I see it. And the model looks just like the movie
just
cover.
like the
it looks just like they didn't even try and re-rock it, make it a more symmetrical, box it up.
They made it exactly like
and I'm like,
movie.
nah, but we seen this go left.
iRobot.
You feel me?
Hey.
And it's multiple that they got. Like we could go down the list. Like we a few steps away from Hunger Games, and that's what I'm not feeling, bro. Basically. You know what I mean?
Man, they got ones right now that are actually martial artists. They're making robots right now. You remember the movie Real Steel? Yeah. Have you guys ever seen that movie Real Steel? They're making robots that is actually gonna compete in combat for sport. Over in Japan.
I just don't understand why, bro.
I got a question for you. How do you feel about AI music artists nowadays that are getting paid by real record labels?
I've seen some situations where it's like, okay, it's cool to see people get chilly. Whenever our people is getting some chilly, I'm never going to be too upset. You know what I mean? That they're getting to their chili. But I don't see the longevity in it. And I'm not fearful like a lot of people is fearful because there's certain things that AI just can't do that a creative mind and that comes to it. There's imperfections in musicality that we need that AI just won't be able to mirror. So this going to reach its limit. You know what I mean? We're going to see it develop over the next few years. We're going to see it become popularized. But even with like, when it comes down to like the Chat GPT flyers, you know what I'm saying? Which I ain't gonna lie, I use some sometimes too.
There's nothing wrong with those though.
I'm not saying there is, you know what I'm saying? Because there is a stigma. But even with that, it's to the point now where it's recognizable. You feel me?
Yeah, you can tell if Chat GPT
like,
did it.
oh, they're using a certain fonts. So AI is going to be the same way to where there's going to be some songs and sounds that's popping, but eventually it's going to be like, oh, okay, it only has so much creativity unless you can input and implement what you got. You know what I'm saying?
But everything is going to evolve though, man.
Yeah, you got to be.
I feel like if you don't go with
it, you get left
fall
off.
behind. Yeah.
I'd never seen nobody be like, no, I'm just sticking with the times and this is and they was just cool. Whether it came to hustling, whether it came to music, whether it came to sports, like you have to elevate your mindset, your gameplay. You can't hoop like, you know what I'm saying, an old school style against this young style. You can't do these things to be efficient. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of elevating, man, you got music out right now, correct?
Yeah, lots of it.
Let them know where they can find your music at.
Man, anywhere where you stream music, man. If you just look up OG Mambo, you're going to find it, man. I just got a project out now. Almost Missed My Flight with DJ Holiday that's been streaming, doing its thing. Shout out to Holiday. I dropped another project called Upper Left Party, and the single off of there, It's Me. That's been getting rotation on the radio, moving around.
Which radio stations?
Hot 107.9 out there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's syndicated in a few other spots, but Holiday got a station on there too, where he do a show out there. So he been getting some play and rotation over there.
Where's out there?
In Atlanta.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what but you know, some people might not know.
That's in Atlanta. And
you know, where
I
is he
feel
from?
when I say holiday, people just kind of know where it's at. But yeah, no. So out there in Atlanta, and then when I was out there in Atlanta promoting the project, I linked up with Louis, Tacoma artist, and we got a Afrobeat project that we just dropped like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Okay. That's called 2-Man Mission, man. So if you look up OG Mambo, you're gonna see all them projects, EPs.
Spell it
singles,
out for him, man.
OG and then MAMBO, man.
No. Mambo.
Yeah.
MAMBO.
Yeah.
OG.
Yes, sir.
Mambo.
Yes, sir.
Y'all, you guys hear that, right? OG Mambo. It's just like it says. OG MAMBO.
Bro, you'll be surprised at how many people would just mess it up just because they ain't listening.
No, that is true, man. Man, it's crazy. I don't know. You saw the whole situation with the lists and things like that.
Hey, man, I was finna bring that up because you came out with that list, man, and
right.
And
let me just disclaimer: it was collaborative too. This was conversations that had. I was the poster because my platform is the largest.
Okay.
Of you know what I mean. So I went ahead and put the post out there, but there was multiple conversations that.
But okay, so. To ease the tension of the artist from the town,
right?
Let them know, man, that was you guys' personal opinion. It's nothing personal to nobody that didn't get on the list.
Oh, absolutely not.
That was just y'all's opinion.
I'll break it down for you like this. The whole process. I talked about it a little bit on live and things like that, but this is probably the first platform I really got to address the whole situation, right? So, Heat Seekers, which is a platform out of Tacoma. Shout out to Heat Seekers.
Okay.
They do their thing.
Oh, they're from Tacoma, huh?
I want to say
I didn't
Tacoma.
know. I thought they was from Cali.
That's Neve.
Neve,
and
Neve.
4K Media.
Yeah, 4K Media.
Okay, that's
and
what's
I want to
up.
say they based out of like they southern region, like Tacoma South area,
Okay.
right? So they dropped a list where I got shouted out on, right?
Okay.
So when they did that, brought me on the platform, we talked about it a little bit. I was like, man, like I appreciate the shout out, but people's in there in the comments, like I didn't get no extra bread from being on that list. Like it was just a cool shout out and acknowledgement from y'all. Right. So after that conversation, I go home and I was like, man, you know what? I might as well. I could shout out some people instead of sitting here and complaining, which is a lot of people did, being like, man, so and so is not on the list. I was like, I know 20 people. I know 30 artists who's out here.
Right.
Let me make my own little list. So I did that. Just 20 people just who I've seen moving. Like if you in my timeline, if I seen you, if I gone to a show when you was on a bill before, that was the only prerequisites. You didn't have to be the hottest. You didn't have to be, if your name is making enough noise to where I saw it.
To where you seen it.
Where I saw it. Me personally, where I saw it personally, right? You feel me? In my algorithm. And then we could talk about this too, but Seattle, ever since we shifted into the streaming area, it's been less of a Seattle scene, and there's separate algorithms. There's pockets, right? You know what I'm saying? So if you was in my thing and I was trying to pick people from other pockets where it's like, all right, I might not see you all the time, but I heard your name from over here. Got you. So shout some of them out. Boom. We dropped that list. People in the comments going crazy.
Oh man, I was reading some of them comments.
They going crazy.
Myself, man,
so then I'm talking to some of my mentors. I'm called Cool Nuts. I'm talking to Tendai. I'm talking to Ishmael Butler. I'm talking to some of my young bulls, you know what I'm saying, who's in the street. Like, hey, bro, let's just tell me some more names. Like, who's on your radar? You know what I'm saying? Boom, add some more names. Boom, we threw 100 together. And the whole goal was to get Alaska, Washington, and Oregon.
Okay.
Right? That drops.
Okay.
They're hot. Oh, why you got all these Oregon, Washington people? I said, you know what? I'm going to do one better. Mind you, this is all homework that niggas is doing at this moment in time, right? It's research. You got to look people up, see who's validated, make phone calls, watch a video, do all this thing. I said, you know what? I want to put on for our region. I'd like for us to get acknowledgement when I'm out there with Holiday in Atlanta, when I'm doing shows in Miami with Trap Beckham and them, when I'm sitting there and we smoking, we chopping it up. They ask, oh, bro, you from Seattle? I never been to Seattle. We're in the upper left corner of America, bro. Most people ain't never been out here. A lot of
people want to come out here.
They want to. They don't know. They're curious, right? So I'm like, let me make it easy for y'all. Let me just here's 206 people that's from over here, that's done something, that's come up. I made sure when I'm talking to the OGs, hey, bro, who's someone who was like, that's how I got people like DMS on the list, or, you know what I mean, Tribal on the list. So who is coming up and done something and shifted things for the culture, so that if you go look at that list of 206 people in full, it's a history lesson, bruh. Who is this person? Oh, they was popping in this era. Oh, they still popping now. Oh, they started this. Oh, this was the first person signed. Oh, this person got records with this person. Oh, this person produced for these people. It was more so just a nod. It wasn't, if I was doing a top 200 or 100 list on talent or skill, there would have been different prerequisites and things like that. So it wasn't about that. It was just, who can I, you know what I'm saying?
That was because the reason why I asked you that was because, you know, people get it twisted.
Nah, for sure.
And
for
they
sure.
take it personal.
Yeah.
I like the skit you did where you was like, hey man, the list coming out. And then you had yourself as the other guy like,
right.
How come I ain't on this list?
Right.
How come this? And you was like, man, hold on. I should be on this
it
list.
Belongs to me.
Hey. I liked it that because that's real. A lot of cats was you doing that.
Right.
Behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gets twisted because other cats start saying, this is why I don't support Seattle artists, Seattle music, because of these lists, and these lists is that, these lists is that, these lists is that. But what they fail to realize is this. Everybody has their own opinion.
Right.
It's nothing personal to the town.
It's all opinion based.
This is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm hearing. You understand what I'm saying? And if it's not my fault that you're not in my algorithm. It's not my fault that I don't see you. It's not my fault that I don't know who you are. I don't care if it's from the beginning to now.
Right.
Because there's a whole lot of artists that didn't make the list. Because I didn't even see Mario Bass' name on there.
Right. And you know what? And still, so to put points like that, there'd be people like Mario Bass where someone would look at and be like, bro, you forgot, bro. And I'd be, oh, he do be moving on. I do. That is so there's lots of people that were missed. This list was made in 48 hours, bro.
Right.
This is off me smoking, talking to homies. I want to shout people out. So instead of people getting outraged, I thought people might be like, you know what? This list, you're missing. Feel what I felt. I was on a list and I still felt like people was missing. So I said, I'm going to make my own. Yeah. So I felt like people might be like, but I'm going to make my own list. Let me just shout some people out. But the truth is, most people don't even know 50 artists from out here for real.
No, they don't.
They don't know 20 artists.
Only if you're tapped in and your ears and eyes is to the streets. That's
then you're really gonna know.
Because I saw your list, and when I looked at it, I ain't gonna hold you. I laughed.
Right.
But lists don't make me. Lists don't define me because I know what I've done, and I know I've done a lot more than a lot of people on that list. But at the end of the day, people shouldn't even take lists personal.
That's
because
right.
You shouldn't even take that personal because your work stands out for itself.
Bro, and I've done a lot of things, bro. Open for some of the biggest venues out here and things like that. And I have been left off a lots of lists. And I never was like,
I don't understand why people take lists so personal.
And I never even looked at it like I was left off. If your name isn't on a list or something doesn't happen, just go harder. And the truth is, everyone from out here, literally everyone from out here could go harder. And,
everybody could go harder.
Lil Mosey still got work to do to get his brand bigger.
But the only reason
Macklemore could do more to get his brand bigger.
What I'm gonna tell you is this though, because I'm gonna tell you from a business standpoint, not from an artist standpoint.
Right.
The reason why a lot of artists ain't being seen or ain't being heard is because, for one, they don't have a budget. Right. Because this ain't free.
Absolutely not.
And whoever think the music business is free, you're gonna fail every time.
That's a fact.
And for two, you don't have the right personnel behind you to push you.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? You might be trying to push yourself. You understand? And you don't really know all the avenues and roads to go down. You feel what I'm saying? You're just going off of what you know. And if you're not really business savvy with this or have somebody on your team that's business savvy, you're always going to lack and fall behind. Because there's always, I don't care who you is, there's always somebody doing something that you ain't doing.
That's a fact. And the one thing too, from the list that people seen, is there's so many people doing different stuff.
Right.
It might be like, there's no one who's done things that your platform has done on the list. But there's some people who have features from people that no one got. And that no one got.
Facts.
Like, I'm the only person
facts.
in Seattle who has a currency verse. I know that. I know Danzo got some features, Larry June. Some people don't got that. There's people who got their own. Everyone has something on there where it's like Ishmael Butler and Diggable. They got a Grammy in '94 back. You know what I'm saying?
And people don't even know who they are.
That was part of the thing too, because there's
see what
people
I'm
like
saying?
people walk past Jake One at events and things like
And
that,
don't even know who
and
Jake
don't
One
know
is.
that he is produced.
For the biggest artists
Future,
out here.
Playboy Cardi,
You could
DJ
keep naming. You can name.
I made a post too. If you go to my
name.
Instagram, you can see I scrolled through his discography and like it's endless names. So,
But you got to understand this about cats that you said.
Yeah.
They didn't stay here.
they were able. That's so
They branched out.
Two points that you made that I want to double down on that I've been talking about in other platforms too. One is being a student of the game. I don't think a lot of people who looked at the list, who wanted to be on those, or who are even trying to create out here, they're not students of the game in any position. Something else, I can't remember what episode it was, but you talked about another one of your episodes on this platform, and it's about developing all the facets of your team. Too many people are trying to play every position, and our infrastructure there's not enough people out here who's like, I'm trying to be the best manager possible. What does it mean to be a manager? Who is a manager I can look up to in the game? I'm gonna Google him. Who's a CEO? I'm gonna be like that. I'm trying to be the best journalist possible. Who is my favorite journalist? What questions do they ask? How do they get there? What research do they do? All them things. I want to be the best producer possible. What things does it mean to be a good producer? All right, that means I should have these relationships. I should go to these sessions. I want to be an artist. What shows should I go to? Who should I talk? No one's really being a student of the game. They all playing all the positions. I'm promoter. I'm CEO. I'm doing all these things, but not really doing them efficiently. They're the master of none. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like, let me master my craft and then get someone else to master their craft and someone else to master their craft and then someone else master their craft and then someone else in the scene master their craft. And now we got something going to where like, these are poignant questions that are coming. This should be standard for all interviews. And then anyone else who's competing with y'all should be like, oh, they should be watching this interview. Like, damn, what they ask Mambo? All right. So when we have Mambo come over here, we ain't gonna ask him that. We're gonna ask him this so we can get him to talk about this. We still gonna touch on the list, but we're gonna touch on it from this angle. Like doing real work. And no one is really doing the work or building.
I'm gonna touch on what you said.
Yeah.
Cause your cousin, Doomy said it the best when he was on here.
I think that was the episode.
There is no industry here in the Northwest. And when I mean industry is this. There's no good managers for one.
Let me shout out to let me shout out to Riker and a couple of them. There's a few that are there's not a lot of good managers. I feel like
there's not.
You feel me?
There's not. But the managers who are here, everybody don't know who they are.
That is true.
Cause who you just said, I don't know who that was.
You heard of the young cat Oblé Reed before?
The name sounds familiar.
Yeah. So his team, that's like they're behind his team and things like that. But there isn't beyond that. I really don't know that I can name too many other.
There's not nobody who really wants to because they all want to get paid. When a manager, a real manager, ain't supposed to get paid up front
until they get paid.
A real manager finds you the sources and of money to put in your pocket so they can put it in their pocket.
Absolutely.
Because most managers nowadays, for one, like Doomy said, if you're a rapper, I'm a rapper, he's a rapper. And then you're looking to me to help you push your project to the next person. Why would I push your project before I push mine? You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay,
like,
you want me to help you, but if I got opportunity, we're both doing the same thing.
Right.
We're both striving and struggling.
Like we want to perform at a Seattle Music is Real show, but there's one slot, and you want me to ask for you to get a slot, but I don't have a slot
get
yet.
that slot for myself.
You're gonna get it before you hand it to somebody else.
Right.
So when he touched on that subject here, I had to sit back and say, you know what, you're right. Because it's not enough people playing the positions and the roles.
But and that's just throughout the whole industry.
Yeah.
Like management is just one thing. There's enough.
You need a promoter.
Book promoters or booking
agents. You need
agents.
a booking agent. You need a PR person.
Yeah.
You need a street team.
Yeah.
You really need
And a cameraman.
Yeah, you need a cameraman, but on the business
those are kind
end,
of in abundance though, and that industry's kind of still been present. You know what I'm saying?
But there's a lot of positions in the business end that people only focusing on the artistry side of it.
Right.
You have to look at the business side of it.
Right.
How many people do you know, because it takes money? How many people do you know that's out here talking about, I'm trying to sign you, I'm trying to put you in the game, but really got the opportunity to put you in the game?
Because it costs some chili. If someone's gonna say, I want to sign you, they need to have at least 20. Not 20 bands to get things going. 10, 20 to get you, depending where you are, even as an artist, that might not even be enough or be too much. You know what I'm saying?
Man, publicists alone will eat that 10, 20 grand up. And that's you still have to make the project.
Right. That's why I said it depends where you at. So I'm thinking if an artist like me with a vault where I got,
if you already got the vault,
I got 6 albums sitting right here, produced, singles out, flourishing, videos moving. Yeah, and a little bit of extra additional marketing and things like that.
You have the tools.
Right. I've already invested. I've already put 100 in. So an extra 20, you know what I'm saying?
Now, see,
but if you ain't put 100 in, if you ain't put 50 in, if you ain't put 20 in.
Promotion and marketing.
Right.
That's totally separate from production of a project.
Absolutely. Right.
Those are two separate budgets.
Yeah.
People don't even understand that.
No.
Right.
Some people get in a game with $2,000.
And then, I mean, if you don't look like nothing too, you got to put your aesthetic. That's a whole nother
budget. That's your image.
That's a whole other, you know what I'm saying?
But there are, man, no lie, man. There's people that want to be CEOs, right? And got artists, right? But they only got $2,000 to push their artists. How far you think $2,000 is going to go?
Yeah. That's why, like you said, though, the best thing that an efficient manager could be at, beyond spending their own dollars, they supposed to be good at finding those resources.
They trying to find you the money.
Market you as an idea.
Yes.
Like if you manage Mambo, you should be able to walk in a room and be like, bro, there's this cat Mambo. This is what he got going on. He got songs with this person. He performed on this stages. He got a band that he performed with. This is the whole thing. All we need is boop, 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 boop. We already turned this much money into this much money. So we could turn you and then convince you pitch. You got to be able to pitch.
You gotta
and you gotta be doing that every day. So while they're doing that, I can come sit down with y'all, chop it up. I can go stand in front of the camera, take the photo. I can record the video. Then I can sit there, listen to the beats. I can write the record. I can get ready for the show. I can go to the show.
Because you got somebody behind you working for you.
Shout out to Chondo.
There is no I in team, like I always said.
Yeah.
And everybody can't be the chief. There have to be some Indians running around there to make the tribe a tribe.
Absolutely. Man. Or else it's just the chief.
It's just, come on, man. And you're only going to stay in your 4-block radius.
Yeah.
You're not going to expand out of your 4-block radius. But you have to think of this too. A lot of people take this as a hobby. They don't take it as doing it for real. Because most individuals, I'm speaking artist wise, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I'm not on the business end of it. I'm on the artist wise, because some artists have to fend for themselves. So if they have, first of all, they got their personal life to deal with.
Facts.
So they may be working a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And they only have time to do it after their 9 to 5 and they settle their family in, and then they have a little time.
Right.
So at that point, you're not waking up in the morning pursuing your dream of music.
Right.
You're not going to sleep at night pursuing your dream in music. You're waking up in the morning, getting your kids ready to go to school, getting ready to go to work, go working your 9 to 5, then getting off after work at like 5, 6 o'clock. Then you got to go pick your kids up, go home, get them situated. Now, how much time do you got in the day to be the artist?
That is a fact, man. And what I would say for that is the best thing that you could do is if it's something you really want to do, you position yourself to where you could do that. You don't work the 9 to 5. You work that 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. so that when you getting off, you can handle your kids. And when your kids is gone, now you're an artist.
But everybody don't.
I feel like you gotta think like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and if they don't, then you're gonna be stuck in a cycle. But you gotta, because that is a reality. It isn't just everybody can't just lock in and just drop it. No. They don't have a support system, whatever. No. But if that's what you want to do, then when you on Indeed, you should be looking at them jobs that say these hours. They're going to work these graveyard hours. And I talked about it also on my IG stream because I've been dropping little gems of game. Your 9 to 5 is that's what's going to get you your chili, but your 5 to 9 is this. So if you treat this like a job too, you're going to find a way to make it happen efficiently and in between drop-offs, whether you in the daycare line writing a verse or responding to an email for a booking, you're going to find the time to, you know what I mean?
Because most artists nowadays have kids. Most artists nowadays have families.
Yeah.
You understand? And that comes first.
Facts.
You can pursue your dream and maybe do a show here and there, open mic here and there. You might could go if you don't got the studio at your house because you learn how to cut all the corners and record at home. If you don't, that means you have to get in the studio when you can.
Right.
And when can you? When your family come first.
That's real.
That's if you're a responsible parent and somebody who really give a damn about their seed and about their family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of cats don't understand that. Yeah, you may be the hottest cat you might got fire. But reality is you have to take care of home first.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to let home starve to pursue your dream because your home's going to fall apart after that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And you don't want to lose your girl. You don't want to, you don't want to be homeless. You don't want to be carless.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be that.
Right.
So if they don't have a hustle doing something outside of a 9 to 5 to get extra money, not saying that has to be nothing illegal because there's a lot of legal hustles that you could do as well. But if you're not thinking outside the box to create some income
or to save
push your stuff
save on costs, like you talking about having a studio at the crib,
correct,
being able to shoot for yourself and things like that.
But
you know
a lot of cats just really they want to do it, man.
But here, how about this, man?
But they just don't got they don't have the means to do it.
To touch on the second part that you that I wanted to, the other point that you made, we could talk about there are some people though who do got the resources.
Yes.
And they're just not moving around.
Correct. And ain't moving around is because really honestly, this ain't what they really want to do. They're just playing.
Or they just playing or they not they don't understand. They're not students of the game. Because that's what it is. If you out here if you anywhere besides Los Angeles, Atlanta, Houston, Miami, and New York, we'll say.
We'll say Birmingham. You got to get Birmingham, Alabama.
They've been going crazy lately.
Oh, man, look. Birmingham, Alabama is a music mecca like Atlanta, like New York, and like California.
We could shout out like Austin, Texas, too, because they be having events. But if you're not in one of them places where there is just a hub and the natural infrastructure, you in a Seattle, a small marketplace, you have to have the mindset to move around. Because what happens is it's not too difficult to become a large size fish out here. No. Or it's not too difficult to ascend to the top. You know what I'm saying? For years now, there hasn't been someone I felt like is out of reach from before I was even tapping in with my family and things like that, like we talked about off camera, you know what I'm saying? Like the Vitas and Doomies and all, they've all been present. Once you get to a certain level, your name is going to be known by some of these people and things like that.
You have to come around.
No, I hear you. But my point is this too. So a lot of people get that, right? Where at first you're not allowed in the room, then you're allowed in the room, then they know you. Then you moving around. Now all the little girls in the city know you. Now you tapped in with the who's, the movers and the shakers. That can get in people's minds out here too. So a lot of the people who's having resources, they're comfortable and content with being the
where
man
they at
out here. You
with
feel
where
me?
they at.
And they haven't taken that step to go and like, all right, I'm the man out here. I got followers. I got numbers. Everyone might know my name, might heard of my song. They know I do this music. They don't know that if they went to one of these bigger markets, that they got to work a little harder than where they at. You feel me? They don't realize that being with Holiday and moving around, he takes me to different showcases and things like that, or in all these rooms, and I'm walking in and I'm thinking, all right, cool. I slid in here with DJ Holiday. We got a tape and project, and it's another cat who just walked in with DJ Drama. And then it's the cat from the Netflix show and then it's this person, and this dude got 1 million views, and this dude just went viral. And it's like, oh, okay. I got some resources.
You stand out better than
I
them.
need to do more. You know what I'm saying? That puts me in that mindset. But otherwise, if I was just here and I'm looking left and right, I'm like, all right, I know there's something I can say that no one else can say. And that's enough to put me in the, you know what I mean? And someone else will say their one thing, and someone else will say their one thing, not realizing that, yeah, these one things is tight, but there's people who got 5 or 6 things going.
But
when you start competing, when you move around, you see that it's more going on.
Look at it like this. Compare it to this. Every high school sports team has a star player.
Right.
He go to college.
Right.
College has all the star high school players on there.
Right.
And then
they
go to the league.
Right.
The league is every hot star from every college and off the street in the league.
World.
Yeah, in the world, in the league. So it's like back home I was the guy. But when I come out here, I might not even could cut it. I might can't even make the cut, because what separates you from the next individual who was the guy in his town, who was the star in his college?
Right.
What makes you better than them? What make a coach say, "Oh, he's fire," when I got 20 players, and each one of these 20 players was the man in their school or their hometown?
Right.
What's going to make you stand out is you.
And it's being a student of the game.
Yes.
The people that stand out is the ones that's doing the interviews correctly, that's showing up to the workouts on time. So that'd be studio sessions for artists, right? That's putting in the work off the
ones
field,
that are
studying,
team players,
that are able to be collaborative.
Yes.
You feel me? All those same type of resources.
They don't think that they're the best. They're willing to learn, even though they feel like they reached the peak. They're still eager to listen, and they're still eager to grow.
That's something that I talk about often too, especially when we talk about the scene out here.
How do you feel about the scene out here?
I knew that. I know that was coming.
Let's talk about
that. I know that was coming.
How do you feel about the Seattle music scene?
To segue into it, the scene out here is interesting because our hoop culture is astronomical.
Oh my God.
And it's like for decades and decades and decades and decades and decades. And it's like that understanding that we're talking about of, okay, boom, I'm going to listen to my peers and do all that. It hasn't translated so much so in music because of, I feel like, lack of knowledge. Some people just don't know. There's too many pockets. So things are separated into these different demographics. Now the scene out here, one, I don't think it really exists like it once did, because nothing is unified, right? You could be I could say a name like Oblate Reed here, and you heard of it, but you don't know entirely because there's different demographics.
Right.
Just like I could go over there, or I could accidentally leave Amari Bass off a list because there's so much going on that there isn't like there was an era like when I started making music like 09, 2010. When I'm really outside moving around 2011, 2012, then on the scene, you go to Capitol Hill, you're going to see damn near everybody from all age groups. There's a little dive bar where 10 Die-ish and H-Bomb and them guys is in there chilling. There's Nacho and these guys is over here. There's so-and-so's over there. There was like a collective things to where like people were more known, and if you weren't known, then you had a peer who was above, or there was a collective. Right now, because of how social media works and because of music consumption in a general sense, there isn't a centralized scene. We only used to get music off of one place. They give you a hot new hip hop. Boom, everyone's downloaded that fifth. Everyone's downloaded the radio. Everyone's getting there. Now, because music is sought out, you have to be spending marketing dollars, investing in yourself to even be present so much that people are only able to reach who they can reach. So we got it's like 4 or 5 different worlds out here. Where
Tell me this though, man. When did Capitol Hill become a pivotal point in the city for our skin tone though? Because when I was coming up, Capitol Hill was not it.
No, I'm here.
Capitol Hill was not the place that we went to.
I know that Shabazz the Shabazz show that happened. I don't know what year it was. That kicked some doors open to where they allowed more black music over there. And then during the era that I'm talking about, when like More Gang, Nacho, and those guys is running around, that's where the infrastructure, I think, for hip hop being allowed to be played in venues like a Numos or the Chop Suey's, it started to be more welcomed into, you know what I'm saying, and become a thing, a hub. And then not only are they letting local artists perform there, but they're bringing a lot of the modern acts, like Tyler the Creator on his first few runs, like people like that is coming out here early on in the game. So if you want to see this music that you is seeing on SoundCloud and on Twitter and all that, the Wiz Khalifas, the Dom Kennedys, they're performing right there on the hill. So it starts to become more of a hub and a spot.
Everybody that you name, because I come from the gangster era.
Right.
From that era. And you ain't named no gangster rappers. You ain't named no real hood rappers yet. No hood idols, no hood entities. You named a lot of backpackers. You named a lot of artists that if you came to the hood with that music, man, they're looking at you like, man, get out of here with that. Because that didn't resonate. So I'm trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, where did
during that Morgan era
Capitol Hill become a pivotal point in the Seattle music scene for the inner city, but and us as our skin tone.
That's what I'm saying. During that 2012 era, there were shows there like D Valley had some shows out there. I think D Menace and things had some shows. Those names is that in the world though?
Well, D Menace and D Valley D Menace is my little cousin.
Okay,
so that's family. I always know about D Menace.
No, but I'm saying like they was doing shows and things like that. Steve's back in the day, Cam and them was doing shows, and I wouldn't necessarily categorize them as gangster rappers per se, but they represent us.
There's an error gap here.
They represent us though. You know what I'm saying? They talking for it might not be gangster, but it's player. They talking. You know what I'm saying? There's some game in there.
But from your point of view, it's just an age gap. It's the era gap.
Yeah, I guess so. I gotta say that because at the end of the day, man, we didn't go to Capitol Hill. Right. Only time we went to Capitol Hill is maybe when Posse on Broadway, because Dick's was exposed and the Dick's restaurant. So everybody went to Dick's. I don't care who you was. I don't care what era you from. I don't care where you come from, what generation.
Right.
Everybody
You've been to that joint on Broadway.
Everybody went to Arnold's, the arcade up there. Everybody went to Godfather's up there. But where was the hanging out at? We didn't hang
And
out up there.
when I'm saying hanging out too, and from my perspective, it's more the let out too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that 1:30 time period. So after people either rocked the show, did they gigs, or popped out, that's where you would just see a lot. You'd see the keyboards out there. You know what I'm saying? People would just be.
But why would you wanna? I always had a trouble understanding. I couldn't get it. I'm like, why would these guys want to hang out on Capitol Hill? Why would they want to be up there? That's not us. Maybe because, like I say, I come from a generation of when gangbanging started in Seattle.
Right.
There is no more of that here. There is no more gangster rappers really here no more because the era faded. You know what I'm saying? They ain't really letting
I don't know if there are anywhere. Like what you
that's what
about.
I'm saying. Anywhere.
Yeah.
That era is gone.
Yeah.
All over the country.
But it's still the same. But like, this is the thing. It's the same thing though. But it just looked different. To each generation, it's always going to look different. You got to keep in mind, I'm not a young cat either. So like, what I see moving on doesn't even look like what was going on when I came up or nothing like that. But it's the same. Just if they took you at 14 and plugged you in outside right now, put an iPhone in your pocket and all this going on, you might find yourself maneuvering different than you did then. Maybe not like they're moving now, but you might find that you're going to adapt to the era and the style and the definition of what that means. Because gangster was defined back then. Gangster was defined by 19 and 20-year-olds and younger. From age 15 to 20 of that era was defining what that looked like. There was one who was saying, okay, from 13, right, from 13 to there, that's who's defining, all right, this would look cool. This was official. This was not official. So same thing. From 13 to them, they validating what's official. Right now, if you don't got a switch with a button, you pull out the wrong gun, they're laughing at you. Like, look at this old man.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
You not gangster. Even though you really, how you are going to be like, no, you can't be. Because if you don't got this joint, you're not
in their eyes.
The same way that if you didn't have a revolver, or you didn't have
it's just generations.
You feel me? So it's just different generations. The things that they talk about and the way that they moving and the intentions that they have and the traumas that they carry, it's the same for real.
Now, don't get me wrong, man. I threw a lot of chop suey parties, chop suey shows, Nemo parties, Barbosa. Right. I've been there. Right. I've been to the one spot that's no longer there. It's across the street from the park, across the street from the Mexican restaurant. That building that's set right there. Yeah. We used to always be up in there with the parties. Right. TZ parties, seasick parties. Right. We used to be all over that. And mind you, we was kids back then. But what I'm trying to say is when we did stuff there, we didn't hang out up there. Once that was done, we left and went to where we was going.
But there's a whole lot of factors though. Redlining, gentrification. Where y'all went back to, it's a white lady walking her dog right now.
Right? That's real. That's real.
So that spot that you went to go hang out at, you know what I'm saying? And it be at all times. I remember I was with one of the homies, I think it was when I had T-Fly out here and I was taking him through and showing him, this is the hood, whoop, whoop, and things like that. This where showing him the history. This where gentrification, how things got moved around. And he's like, man, they did it to y'all too. Cause it's like that all throughout the country.
Everywhere.
All throughout the country where we're on a block. Like this is a block. This is somebody's block at 11:30. And the lady's like walking her dog with the AirPod in her thing, talking about, yeah, girl, woo, woo. Where back in the day, how
you couldn't do that.
It would never.
You couldn't do that. That lady would have been scared to come down that block.
She would have never.
She was like, "No way!"
With a phone and a device and all
and
that.
her dog.
Whoa, come on!
You're not doing that.
No, it would have been over with. So
I just had to understand. I just had to understand that. You know what I'm saying? Though. Because that really threw me.
Shifted.
That really threw me for a loop. Because I used to tell everybody all the time, I'm like, "Why are you guys hanging up there? Dude, do you guys really know the history of up there? Do you guys understand what's up there?"
Like, I started music rocking with one of my other cousins because we used to do these gyms entertainment parties. And that was this 16 plus parties. There used to be a lot of like 16 plus underage parties that were for high schoolers over at Seattle Center or
You remember
down there,
the Rock Candy? Do you remember that downtown off Denny?
Oh yeah.
The Rock Candy.
Yeah. That was there because that was ending when I was coming up.
Exactly.
Like 131 and Rock Candy. That was like I got to go there, but like I never even really popped it in there like I would, you know what I'm saying, type situation.
Well, I'm talking some older, more like I say, our generations are different.
Right.
We come from different generations, and you guys' generation.
Oh, but what I was saying is
nothing like ours.
I say all that to say is there used to be a place where we could go out too. Like there was a young place. Right now, there is no, if you're 16, 17, 18, there's no spot because all the altercations
because
even
they don't
the community
want you
centers
guys,
are not even letting you
they
come
don't
to late
want
night
you
stuff.
guys in there because you guys are terrible. They figure like you guys' generation is where all the fights, and the shootings, the arguing, the controversy, and they don't want that in their establishments.
Absolutely
I remember like right after COVID like started to end, right?
Yeah.
They wouldn't let him in a whole lot of establishments because they said we don't want his generation in here. We don't want his people in here because his generation is what's going to cause us to either get shut down or somebody get hurt in here or something terrible is going to happen. And anybody in like I'll say 25 through I go higher than that. 30 to 50, they're not going to want to hang out in a 21 and up establishment with a bunch of young, fresh Thundercats. Right. They're not going to want to do it.
Right.
Because they don't want to be an innocent victim and an innocent bystander to something that they got going.
Right.
Because like but like yeah. You guys there is heavy and hectic. Come on, man. It's just what it is. Come on, man. You guys era is shooting inside the club. You guys era is shooting outside the club into the club. You guys era is doing, especially the women of y'all era. The women is like, wow, they're more gangster than some of the guys because they're the ones who actually. It all stems from them.
Yeah, they start the fight.
And then their boyfriend and their cousin or their brother is trying to protect them. And then that leads into whoever their boyfriend, cousin, friend is on this side. Now, all of a sudden, it started with a cat fight.
Right.
But it ended up a dog prowl.
That's real.
Big dogs start getting in it now. Big dogs' chest, gorilla chest is poking out. Everybody's pride and manhood.
I will say now, I have seen some of the older generation popping it off too. Though.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. But I'm saying after COVID.
Right.
I'm not saying before COVID.
Right.
I'm saying after COVID. Yeah. Because after COVID, the club owners and the venue management, like venues that hold 300-400 people, clubs that hold 50 to 100, because we couldn't even gather 25 people or more after that because they had these stipulations because of COVID. So it all had to start back. And I know firsthand because I was trying to get this man into a lot of places so he could start throwing shows. And they straight told me to my face, it's nothing against you, Mr. B. It's we don't want his generation in here. I was told that firsthand. And I say, damn, that's why we ended up at the bookstore, because my cousin gave us the opportunity to let us start doing our own shows, because other venues, they didn't say that they didn't like him. They didn't like his music.
They just didn't want the risk.
They didn't want his generation in their establishment, man, regardless of how much money they bring. They looked at the safety before the dollar sign.
Right.
So being that said, you guys come from that kind of generation. I don't know how old you are, but 27 to 32. I don't know if you older than that.
I'm a little older than
hey,
that.
man,
It's all good.
black don't crack,
Yeah,
man. Just understand.
It's
Just understand.
Only a little older than that. Not a lot. Just a little bit. You know
well, you guys' generation, man, was causing so much havoc and so much chaos out in the streets, man, at the time.
Right.
That killed it for a lot of you guys' events, man. And then they start getting a little bit more linear after time went on.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Because everything started to calm down. Things started to come down.
I came up throwing shows and stuff like that too. So like that was my bread and butter. But what I figured out early on is you got to be able to code switch, right? So you got to be able to know how to articulate the idea to these venue owners because they don't want to take the risk.
Right.
If you just say, I'm just trying to throw a show, what they hear is risks, gunshots, and all that. If you come to them, so first thing we did is we had to go far. The Seattle venue wasn't messing with nobody.
Right. So you had to venture out.
So we went to Tony V's out in Everett. Boom. I've looked to some young cats who's moving around. There was this cat, Mr. Nice, who had always popped out, been doing this thing. I said, all right, bro, you never done a show before? It's good. I got you. I'm going to give you a platform. I need you to bring this many people from your little section. Bring this many people from your little section. Went to the venue with, this is what we have, projected numbers. These are our pre-sale tickets. This is how we come in. Oh, okay, cool. This is who's going to run our sound. I have my guy, Just Jordan, running sound. Boom, boom, boom. They said, all right, you know what? We'll give you I think it was a Friday or something like that. It was either a Thursday. It wasn't a super desirable day, but it was one of them weekend days, right? We end up selling out to like 80% capacity. Now I can take that paper. Now I can go to Nectar. So on my birthday that year, my 25th birthday that year, we end up throwing a show there, selling that out. Now I can take that paper to the Crocodile. These are my projected numbers and being able to flip it. But also having in mind, all the things that you're talking about, that's just game for artists. When you're talking to people, you got to be able to, it's like if you're trying to court a woman, you got to be able to curve all the no's that she got for you already. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, I can't because of this. Oh no, I got something for that. Oh no, I can't because of this. Oh, I got something for that. Oh, I got to answer for your security. We got a security team. We got all these resources.
But you had
things, you know what I'm saying?
You had everything documented though. See, you're one of the very few that actually came prepared because you showed and proved on paper what you can do and your numbers. Right. Everybody can't do that. Even if somebody did throw a party and sold it all out, they don't have no documentation of what they did.
Right.
So now they're going off word of mouth to this other club owner, and he's like, well,
word of mouth is nothing because you got to think it's just like courting somebody.
Right.
Just like you said, you this, that, and that. So did Billy, Joe, Tim, Steve. You know what I'm saying? You got to show and prove that there's a reason that you're
you're someone, as I listen to your story, man, you're someone that was ahead of his time and ahead of his game because you learned from watching old school people coming up. You learned from your family. You saw how, cause I know that your family always been into the music. They always been into Afro music. Mm-hmm. So they always had a way for their audience and their people to enjoy what they was doing. See, and from what I'm hearing from you is you were smart enough and had enough intelligence to document everything. So when you moved to the next place, you had numbers where you could show and prove your numbers.
Right.
And that was important. Everybody didn't do that.
It was just soaking game though, bro. Like, I was fortunate to soak that up from my family as a young kid, but I didn't care about music then. I was an athlete. State champs, 09, soccer, you know what I'm saying, for Shortcrest High School. I played in college and all that. So I was an athlete first. So music was something that I studied in the background, but I didn't really, I didn't really care for it. But as I started to care about music while I was going to Edmond, CC, playing soccer, I befriended my dog Suave, rest in peace, my guy Suave, and his dad is from y'all generation. His dad passed away too. His name was Dose, Mikey Morgan.
Oh yeah, that's family.
Yeah, that's it. So Yeah, his oldest son was my best friend. He's tatted on my stomach. Everything, right?
Rest in peace,
Man,
Dose.
yeah. So, what's it called? So when we would be over there, he would just be dropping jams off to us too. So when we talking about cause Swab got us plugged in, so we opening for YG and DJ Mustard. So his pops is, all right, so y'all got this? Oh, y'all got this? He's just, you know what I'm saying? The same way I'm sure you probably would for, you know what I mean? Asking questions. So, and we're, oh no, we don't got that. Oh, y'all didn't write that down either? Oh yeah, y'all need to do this. So I was just always the person that whenever anybody older or someone spoke, I never took it lightly. Ever, even the stuff that you done say here, it will be applied in some sort of way. Just because I understand.
Oh yeah, I already know you listen.
In order to survive this many years, even for me to make it 30, I'm about to be 35 this year. To make it this many years.
Well, shit, you don't look 35.
All these people that I've seen try to be a rapper, fail, get killed, go through all this. Oh yeah, it takes certain tactics. It takes God's graces. It takes an understanding to make it there. So, oh yeah, I'm always just been a person who's going to soak some game up.
Absolutely.
But after when his oldest son had passed, that's when I I kind of shifted into higher gear because we had sold out them shows like I told you about. Boom. After I did them shows, got booked to go up on a tour. When I got booked for my first tour, that's when Pops was like, hey, by the way, your cousins is already doing something. That's when I got connected with Tendai and them guys. And then that's when I really started soaking game because I got to be with Ish and Shabazz and you feel me? And, you know what I mean?
So you got to see a whole nother side that most people didn't get to see. You know what I'm saying? And I want to know something, man. What is your favorite part about being an artist today in today's society?
I would probably say the creative freedom because you can kind of do anything right now. And if whatever you want to do, you can kind of just do it. But overall, being an artist, my favorite thing, I love performing, bro. Doing shows and things like that, interacting with people that you make the stuff for that appreciate your artistry. That's always going to be the best thing. You know what I'm saying?
My Friday.
Yeah.
Touch on that, man.
So I'm one of the resident hosts and resident DJs over there, Fremont Friday. My guy Marshall got it off the ground. There's an interview. Y'all go watch Marshall Hughes' interview with Mari. Yeah. You'll learn all about that whole situation.
Shout out to Marshall.
But they brought me on year one as one of the hosts and MCs because that's kind of what I started as, being an MC for parties, rocking with my cousins and things like that. Then that turned me into being an artist. So I went there. I was hosting that, keeping the party vibrations going. When COVID hit, I was supposed to be on tour with Goody Mob for their 25th anniversary. That got canceled. And once all that got canceled and the world was shut down officially, everyone was learning new skills and things like that. I said, man, I've been hosting, MCing for 10 years. I might as well learn how to DJ. I understand BPMs and the concept. So that's where I taught myself to DJ. Once we came out of COVID, Fremont Friday was going. That's where I got the opportunity to really touch the tables there and be moving around with that too. You know what I'm saying?
So whoever goes to Fremont Fridays, just know he's the resident DJ at Fremont Fridays.
Pop up, man.
You know what I'm saying? Pop up, man. And you know, if y'all got any music or something, give them somewhere that they could send their music to you, man.
Man, it's easy. OG Mambo Management at gmail.com, man. And send over your music, man. Cause as a DJ now that I've been able to rock some of the nightclubs like OHM and be at Vice and these bigger spots, I like to sneak people's local music in there too, man. Shout out K God. He got a record right now, Bend It Over, Bust It. I've been sliding that into right in between all the top 100 records. Gives people some shine and do the diligence. Cause like I said, I'm a student of the game, bro. So if I'm gonna be a DJ, DJs are supposed to break records. They're supposed to keep the party rocking. They're supposed to do all these things. I'm gonna make sure I check off my boxes every time I touch the turntables.
Well, how come you ain't broke Mari bass?
He ain't sent me nothing yet. He's going to. He ain't sent me nothing yet.
You ain't sent him no music?
I hit you up last summer.
To send me something?
Yeah. I DM'd you on Facebook because I saw you at Fremont Fridays. And I'm like, oh, he's DJing the silent disco. And then I think I hit you up like a week later. I said, hey, bro, what's your email so I can send you my new song, Spot 'em, Got 'em. And you left me on red.
Damn. I mean, that might have been the case. I ain't gonna lie, because with my DMs, I need to be better about that. My team be on me about that for real, for real. That's why I got someone now who do respond.
So you don't even pay your DMs really no attention.
I do, but I don't at the same time, because there'd be a lot, especially when during that season. Man, what?
He probably was getting the thousands of DMs.
At like every weekend of boom, boom, boom. Hey, what's good? Hey, what's good? Hey. So honestly, the best thing to do is make sure we follow each other So whether you go in my comment on a photo first, because I don't get thousands of comments every time. Comment, hey, bro, check your DM or something like that. Then I'll be likely to go and see something specifically, go in there. Or if you at an event, bro, walk up to me, bro, speak to me. I'll be smoking, vibing, and then just airdrop it to me right there. That's usually the easiest thing. If you got it ready to airdrop, then I can take it on the file right there. You know what I'm saying?
Also, he just told y'all, send it to his email. Reach out in his email.
Yeah, I'm going to see the email too.
Say that again for him, man.
Mambo management at gmail.com, man.
Don't send him the DM. He just said he ain't going to check his DM too much.
The request be up sometimes, bro.
You got to go to his email. If y'all got any music out there and you guys, you know what I'm saying, want a opportunity at getting your music spent at the Fremont Fridays.
Yeah, and just connect in general, man. There was a lot of people who was feeling some type of way about the list and all that, but they don't follow me. I don't follow you. You never liked one photo. I never liked one photo. Interact. That's the best thing you could do ever.
But a lot of cats,
I can attest to that.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of cats out here, though, man. Between all three of us sitting up here, a lot of cats, it's not that they don't want to interact with you, right?
Right.
But a lot of cats have a pride that is so huge, and they don't want to feel like a groupie. You understand what I'm saying?
I hear that, but I've just never had that in me. Like, to the point where I share stuff if I see it. Sometimes I might not even hear it. Like, now I'm going to make sure for sure I got y'all followed and everything. So where y'all don't pop up my algorithm, if you post a clip, I'm just going to share it I just add it to my story. I do that for random people. I don't know It's Peasy like that. We don't know each other personally. I DJ for him one time and we locked it. But if I seen him post because he's been consistent posting, I'll add it to my story. If you're from out here, I'm gonna show you love, bro. Period. It's never in my intention to not sleep on somebody. But, bro, you got to keep in mind how much music is going on. Before you go, bro, did bro play my music or do anything like that? Did you know that I have a record with Currency? Did you know I have a song with The Boy?
Correct.
Did you know I have a song with Nef the Pharaoh? Did you know I have a mixtape with DJ Holiday? Did you see me perform at WAMU Theater with A Boogie? Did you see me perform at Neptune Theater? All right, then.
At the end of the day, you got to do your homework.
You got to do your homework. And I just named a show where I did a show where there's 7,500 people, bro, at WAMU Theater. It was sold out. And you probably didn't know that. And that's cool. I'm not offended. That means I need to market it a little bit more. That recap video that's on my YouTube. Go watch my YouTube, OG Mambo on YouTube. I need to post that some more. I got to market it some more. Don't take nothing personal. Before you come and be like, bro, you don't know. Keep in mind, you probably didn't know what I got going on. And I've been out here moving since 2009, 2010. I watch people come and go. Come and go, in and out the door.
Lot, ain't you? You seen a lot.
And the whole time I've been doing this, doing my shows from 100-person rooms, 200-person rooms, 300-person rooms, to where I got tour opportunities, all sorts of stuff. You do your research, you know what I'm saying? So I think if enough people thought like that and were like, instead of being like, man, I'm being slept on, and being like, damn, wait, who posted this? Damn, I don't even know this cat. Where's he from? Damn, he from the north? Oh, I didn't even know there's people from the who's tied into who? Oh, okay. Well, let me introduce myself. Because it's the same thing like when people try and holler at a female and then she like don't give them the response they want. They be like, I mean, we'll forget you then. What? That's not going to work. You're going to catch more flies with honey. You know what I'm saying? You should, okay, sorry. Oh, no, it's good. Have a good day, miss. It's all good.
The moral of everything that he's saying is put your pride aside and don't be afraid to network, man, and speak up and talk, man, because from my observation,
closed mouths don't get fed.
And my point of view is this: the Seattle artists, the Northwest artists, you guys don't collaborate enough with each other. You guys don't feel like It ain't nothing wrong with giving this man $100, $200, $100, $200. You getting $100, $200 because it ain't about the money. It's about the collaboration. Because as long as you guys keep mingling with each other, collaborating with each other, having more music with each other,
right?
Everywhere everybody's going to, that brings all y'all full circle together. That's one thing that I see out here in the Northwest, and I can speak for Seattle a lot.
Right.
Now, outside of Seattle, I have my own opinion. It's my opinion. But inside of Seattle, this is a fact. You artists do not collaborate with each other because one artist think they better than this artist and they think he's better than him. And you guys' pride is so high because you don't want to feel like you're a groupie to somebody. Man, let that go. It's not about you being a groupie, man. It's about you connecting with the right individuals out here that's actually doing something. He's a DJ.
Right.
He's an entertainer. He's an artist. So if you collab with him, you're subject to get your music played at some of his events because he's really a DJ. Right. You collab with Mari Bass, you subject to get your music heard in places that you'll never get to because he's not just a Seattle artist. He's a national artist. Right. This man is not just a Seattle artist. He's a national artist. So, but they love their hometown so much that they're here. Where they're tangible, you can touch them, you can see them, you can talk to them. You just have to put your pride aside, artists, man. Cause I know that every rapper think that they're the best in the world and can't nobody fuck with them. They're the hottest. But that's just an artist. That's just a rapper mentality. So I'm used to it. A lot of rappers ain't used to it.
I be thinking people are scared sometimes, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I be feeling like, do you ever feel like that, bro? Like sometimes I be like,
or they just don't know how to approach you
or something, bro. Like, cause I'm like, so, bro,
they fumbled in the past.
I'm such a person, bro, where I'm not ducking any studio session. I love music, bro. I'm a fan of music. So like, if you make it sound a little sweet, I'm pulling up. If you're like, hey, bro, I just got this new tree strain I'm smoking. Come hit the weed, bro. Or the homegirl cooking. Come through, bro. It doesn't have to be too much. If you invite me through, bro, I'm going to come through and I'm going to come do my thing. But I think a lot of people don't even invite people to sessions like that. Or sometimes I'll invite someone to my session and then they'll duck the session. I'll be like, bro, y'all scared to make songs or do you not want to? I don't understand what it is, bro.
I'm telling you what
I can pick my phone up right now, bro, and call DJ Holiday and he's going to say, what's up, bro? What you need? If he's in a Netflix meeting, he'll say, hey, I'm with Netflix, bro. I'll call you back. So there's no reason that this man who's doing BET, Netflix specials, and all this thing has the time to answer my phone call, and someone out here is too busy or has too much going on to answer their phone and do all that. This man got 2 kids, a wife, and businesses and all that, and he's able to answer his phone at any moment in time. So anyone who's watching this, you should be able to hit me, bro, and I'm gonna hit you back, bro. I've never been.
I want to see more of you guys collaborating with more of each other out here, man.
It would be nice.
If the Seattle artists don't come together like this, like everywhere else is coming together like this, you guys are gonna fumble and fall because even though you're doing what you're doing, other artists are doing what they're doing. Come on, man. There's no big I's and little U's when it comes to this sector. Because in all actuality, you're not platinum yet. Right. You're not even gold yet. You ain't even sold 10,000 units yet. You ain't even sold 5,000 units.
I think that pride thing is the biggest thing. Because if you could be fans of other artists, then your fans are going to be fans of the other artists. And then now we have a scene. And now there's an infrastructure. And if I go back and I'm hyped and I say, man, I was just on Mari Bass One platform. Seattle Music is Real. Talking with Mr. B. And it was, man, you know who you don't know who they are? Oh, yeah, no, look it up. And I talk like that.
Yeah.
Now someone's going to be watching the interview like, ooh. Yeah. And if y'all go, oh, no, we just had Mambo. Oh, you don't know Mambo? Yeah, he's tied in with this person. Woo, woo. If we hype each other, then the fans are going to become, they're going to come to it looking, they're not going to be like, if I go,
say that again to him,
I just did this interview. They're
say that
like,
again to him, man.
Like, you got to hype each other up, bro. And then the fans are going to be hyped to come there. But if you say, oh, I'm doing this little show with Mari Bass, then they're going to come thinking it's a little show. If I say, oh yeah, bro, I'm about to co-headline at one of Mari Bass's shows. Oh, for real? What's that? That sounds like a bigger deal. Language is important, bro. And if we become fans of each other, and if we remember that we're all fans of music, that's why we all started doing this. Niggas be forgetting that shit, bro. Like, you started rapping and doing all this because you heard somebody rap, was like, oh, this is cool, and you wanted to try and do it, and you become a fan of the scene, bro. It's to the point where we could boycott the rest of the nation.
Of course.
And we can really only listen to Seattle music for real. Like, but if you want pimp music, you want backpack music, you want gangster music, you want sing-song music, you want this, it's all right here. Pick one of the people, find your favorite, become a super fan of them, and big them up the same way you do Drake, Nav, Kendrick, Future, Travis Scott, you know what I'm saying?
But also this too, man. Don't be afraid to give these guys some type of compensation for what they're doing, man.
Yeah.
Don't quit acting like, oh, I'm better than him, and why should I give him some money to get on my record? Well, look, man, these guys are doing, I'm not saying that they're doing the best of any artist out here, but they're working. You have to respect an artist that's working. If you're not working, and when I say working, for those that don't understand, when I say working is this. They're putting projects out. They're doing shows. They're doing interviews. They're making themselves known to this region and the rest of the world. They're traveling. They're making noise. They're scratching the surface. They're not within just their four corners of their hood and their city. Now, I understand that there's a lot of artists that is just in their four corners of their city. Come on, man. Don't be afraid. Cause when I was in the game back in the 90s, early 2000s, I didn't mind reaching out to Cool Nuts, shooting him 300-400, reaching out to, Sir Mix-a-Lot, shooting him 1500, reaching out to all the local artists around, shooting them 100-200 because I respected their craft.
Right.
And this game ain't free, man, especially if you want somebody on your record that's doing something. And that's how you get in good with them. So next time you may not got to give them nothing because you guys built a relationship. You built a foundation. You built a movement. You know what I'm saying?
And people don't understand that.
It just takes that.
That's where Fumbo's at, man.
And even my industry relationships came off just reaching out and doing them things and being willing to spend them couple dollars. But once you spend some chili with somebody, they're more inclined to they're gonna receive you differently now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if they see you nice. You understand what I'm saying?
That's like me and Currency's relationship, all off of that, bruh. Off of when he came out here blessing him with some tree to the point where when he see me out, oh yeah, what's up, bro? Randomly will follow, repost stuff. I'm like, oh, damn, okay. Just off of being cool in person.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Being a regular, cool type person.
Because artists, what I'm going to tell y'all is this, man. This region ain't going to never come together until y'all start respecting each other. And put that pride aside. If you're a dope MC and a dope artist, a dope singer, a dope rock entertainer, period, come on, man. Respect the artistry of the artist, man.
Respect the art.
And compensate them something. You may not have the biggest budgets in the world, but just respect what they're doing. Be like, hey man, if you come get on my cut, I don't have a lot of money. I got $150. I got $200.
Right.
Cat will be more inclined to say, all right, man, I'm just going to look out for you because I want us to win.
Right. But that's the thing. You said something.
Yeah, you opened your mouth. You know how to negotiate.
You know how to barter. That way, so it might be a time thing like, you know what? Oh, I only got 200. Oh, you know what, bro? Hey, just slide me 50, bro. And I want you to put that 150 and mark it in this record. because I wanted to really be something.
But if
you know
they never open their mouth to you, period,
they never even know.
They'll never even know. OG Mambo, let them know again where they can find all your music at, man. And send if somebody want to send you their music so you could play them at Fremont Friday or wherever else you DJ at, man.
Right, man. So at OG Mambo everywhere. That's OG Mambo with an A, MAMBO, just like the dance, right? And then you go on OG Mambo Management at gmail.com. That's where I need y'all to send all y'all music, get all them submissions in. Once you send the music, though, make sure you do your due diligence. Jump in a comment, send a message, make sure that I see it, my team see it, we get it on the radar. You got to imagine it's a lot of people messaging us and getting that stuff going on, man. But stay tuned, man. We got a lot of new projects coming. I already dropped twice this year, and I'm not done. You know what I'm saying? We got more coming, man. So you look up OG Mambo, it might be a new project out, man. So tune in.
You know, next time you might can make it to the list.
Right. It belongs to me.
Right here, Seattle Music is Real Talk. We gonna leave y'all with our famous saying, Seattle Music is real. This ain't a game. It's a movement.
Come on.
Seattle music is real talk.